We're off on another day trip. Still windy, but not as bad as it's been. It's 5 below zero again. It was 33 below this morning when I got up. Oh, God. No, actually it was 31 below when I got up. Went to 33 below an hour later. Taking Suki out for her quick initial pee. It wasn't bad. And really the difference between 0 and 33 below is unnoticeable for the first minute and a half. 25 years ago, I'd go for a walk in the evening, January, dark, 10 below. I was bundled up, I was warm. Walking along and thinking about, God almighty, what if there weren't houses? Or what if suddenly, for some reason, I was stuck being outside at 10 below, 15 below overnight. That really left an impression on me. How much we depend on shelter. No mail. At least not yet. I'm beginning to feel the ravages of this cold siege. I guess I'm remembering how what it's like to sort of lose your mind, get whiny, feeling sorry for yourself, desperately discouraged about the cold going on and on and on. And I'm remembering how embarrassing it is. Once the cold goes away and you're back into sensible temperatures like 20s and, oh man, even the 30s, whoa. And you look back with embarrassment that you were such a wimp, moaning and complaining about the cold. Remembering that, I'm not going to fall into that trap. One of the good things, I've got things to do. Thank goodness for that. Well, I guess I better fill these buckets up. Oh, for heaven's sakes. There's always one that tips over, lays crosswise in the bottom of the bucket while you weren't looking. This is a mess. This whole thing is a mess. I've stacked long pieces like this along with a whole bunch of little pieces. They're intermixed. Oh my God. I don't want that. And I thought I was being so clever. Stack them all intertwined. They fit beautifully. I could not have balanced that by intention. I'm going to leave it. It's a work of art. Ash bucket is out here because it's got live coals in the morning and it stinks the house up. As long as I've got this out here, why don't I empty it? Where? She thinks something exciting is in her future. Isn't that pretty? And once the fingers begin to get cold, with the temperature below zero, look out, because they will get much colder, much faster. Oh, you smell the fresh bread. Oh. What's the matter? You got COVID? You can't smell? Go back. One more. Oh. You got ice on your chinny chin chin. That's sweet. Oh, I know we can play a game. Yeah, they're good, they're good. Yeah, they're good, they're good. Oh, she loves this. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good, they're good. The only excitement and fun she... Hey. Good girl. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good, they're good. One more. Ah, they're good, they're good. Good girl. Go get it. That's a girl. Good girl. Okay. It's completely still today. The wind has finally gone away. That 5 degrees above zero you just saw, it's positively balmy out here. It really is compared to what it's been. I feel like I could be out here all day. It's wonderful. There's a payoff, finally. All the suffering we've been doing, I've been doing. Suki hasn't been suffering. She doesn't suffer outside her. Well, there have been a couple times I noticed her picking up her rear paw, getting it up and off the freezing, frozen, sub-zero ground. That's rare for her. And it's almost completely still, except there's a few leaves. Oh, Suki wants to run. She keeps looking back like, this way, this way. A few oak leaves moving in the light air. I know we've done this before, very recently. It's a symptom of our boundaries being confined. I'm coming. I feel like I could walk all day. I'm a little more enchanted by these shadows today than I was the past week and a half. And I'm certainly enchanted by these animal tracks going off into the woods. Gotta think that's a mouse. And it ends somewhere under there. Isn't that cute? Suki and I get Lulu today. Truck is going off on a snowmobiling fishing expedition in Canada. He does this every year. Goes with a friend or two and out into the miles and miles across snowy, icy lakes in the middle of wilderness. So we get Lulu. He gave me a choice between the two Yorkies or Lulu. I haven't had Lulu over here for a half a year. She's a fun dog. Very, very affectionate. Loves to curl up on the bed with us and put her head on my chest. I like having her around. She's a funny dog, full of personality. I can feel the warm sun on my leg. Wow. It's not hot, but it's a presence. And we are into mid-February now. We're 2 months beyond the solstice. Oh yeah, this warmth. Feeling it on my face. Yeah. What a treat. I was listening to a discussion this morning on global warming, climate change. I didn't tune in soon enough to get the actual topic, but the topic was our weather. And the southern United States is getting I don't know if it's sub-zero, but it's extremely cold. Power outages. And in Texas, they don't have the infrastructure to fight back when they get down into really sub-freezing temperatures. And some of the discussion was on the mechanics of this real serious cold moving that far south. And I guess it all has to do with the weather systems that are being influenced mightily by climate change. And the balances are out of balance. And how typically hot areas of the world, like the Middle East, in 50 years are going to become uninhabitable. I feel very lucky to live in a temperate zone like northern Minnesota. We had a day or two this past summer, 94 degrees. It's a very rare thing to get into the 90s at all during summer around here. Big mouse nest. That is monstrous. No babies in there, is there? Guess what time it is? It's the most special time of day there is. Yeah. Oop, I forgot to take my glasses off. See what I have here. You see what I have. Helmet head. It's not a trauma in any way to have the electric blanket turned on to low. And I'm lucky because I guess the dogs don't have the same extent of jealousy. At least these two don't. Well, this one shouldn't have because she's front and center. Yeah. I just can't stop running my hands through her wonderfully soft, thick coat. We had 22 below zero again this morning. As I mentioned yesterday, we are on a warming trend. She sure wouldn't know it by the morning's report. Our family has been reading John D. MacDonald since mid-70s. My mother and father introduced us to him. I was newlywed in 1977. Mom and Dad are dead. Dad went in 97. Mom went in 2010. My marriage broke up in 95. But I collected a whole raft of John D. MacDonald paperbacks. I've got a hardbound or two from Mom, Barrier Reef and Condominium. A couple of his last books from the, I think, early to mid 80s. John D. died in the mid 80s. Died on the operating table during surgery. Quite a shock. It's the end. There's nothing more. So I've collected paperbacks. I've got a huge tote of them under the bed. And every so often I get a hankering for a John D. book. Got halfway through the latest one I was reading. I can't remember the name. And most of his books move along at a nice pace. His books aren't fine literature. He does have some philosophical things to say, though. That's what attracted my parents to his work. Woke up at 3:15, published in 1962. He has a character named Travis McGee. He lives in Florida in a marina aboard a houseboat. That was Lulu. He's a beach bum. And his writing is very, very dated from, well, he started writing in the late 40s, I think, and his books into the 50s and then 60s, and he really reflects the mores of male-female interactions. Females were mere playthings. He really stereotyped them. Wouldn't get by with it today. And they all have a little bit of sex. Very tame. And they all have a bit of violence. But most of all, they're just a good, fun read. So I've read all of them. I don't know when I last read this one. I did notice inside the front cover. I have no idea what that's referring to. The L might be Lester, my dad. The N could be Nancy, my wife. I'm going to read. This is my morning nap. It's now 8:17. I usually nap for anywhere from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. Then get up into the loft and play with the latest episode, which I'm working on is 67. Lulu! Yeah. Yeah. Come here, Lulu. Sit. Suki, sit. Lulu, sit. Suki, sit. You stay. This is one of my worst fears, is that Lulu will run out onto the highway, lose her stay. Shit. Far enough away. Okay. She so badly wants to play with Suki. And Suki wants none of it. Suki's very tolerant. There have been times where Lulu has pushed her and pushed her and pushed her, and finally Suki never attacks her, never hurts her, but gets her point of view across. It's right there. There it is. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Suki used to have that kind of energy. I thought she'd never lose it. It takes years. But this is very interesting. I saw it yesterday in the sun. Sun has got some power in it now. Now let's find her another chunk. Here, Lulu. Yeah. Drop it.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. See you next time.